I love it. So we just want to have some fun, have a little bit of a conversation. The idea is that we can share with you guys where we have grown and things that are going on in our life and how the Porters have touched us. So we just want to keep it casual, have a little fun. You guys are looking at me like, oh my God, don't start with me. Who's it going to be? But just, let's just have some fun on this afternoon. So the first thing we want to do is we heard your bios, but we just like to hear a quick word about what you're doing, these days, where you're at, what you're up to. So just, swing it around, but let us know what God has done for you and where you guys are at professionally in your life. I know we're all doing exciting things. So Reverend Bo, we're going to start with you.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
My name is Bo Nichols, Mohana Nichols. I currently reside in Atlanta, Georgia. I've been there for about 10 years now. I was here at Genesis. I came to Genesis in '99. I was here for a long time. Even though I was an adult when I came to Genesis, I literally grew up in this church. I tell everybody that because that's where my gifts were birthed, spiritually, naturally, professionally, were birthed here under this ministry. So I take that everywhere I go. I currently own my own production company, so I do a lot of production management with various artists and entertainment entertainment professionals, as well as I travel with a couple of artists, managing artists and doing artist management. All that stuff. Spiritually, I serve as a production manager at the Dream Center Church of Atlanta, where William Murphy is my pastor. So I still serve there in the ministry faithfully. What else? That's about enough. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm just glad to be home. For real. Glad to see y'all. So, 1997, we moved here with Big Faith to Sacramento. As many of you know, Dr. Robert Porter was here. And big transition in my family's life, and literally from that to being ordained under him. And I always remember working on my first child sermon at the house, and he was making me preach in front of him. And he said, now son, I'm gonna need you to sit up and read that like you mean it. And he didn't play. Anybody who know Dr. Porter, he did not play about the word. And if you're gonna preach, you're gonna preach. Don't come in here half-stepping. You need to study. And so I had that experience, and then it carried over into his sons, which are even more aggressive with us, about turning in sermons and how that. It's funny how all the things that we've done here, from working in audio and youth ministry and transcend into your life, it literally cultivated me to be able to handle the pressure of the job that I have now. And people laugh and go, how do you do it? When I tell them it's because of working at a church they don't believe in. And so the biggest thing that I would attribute working on and success to is just really being grounded, knowing that the God is the difference in all that we do. You can talk about the Steve Harvey that's born and all that, but God is the difference. And everything that you get today, that we kind of take for granted, when you get out there, you really, 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 really need it. And I thank God for the Porter brothers, and so that's what I'm doing now professionally. I work for Steve Harvey, I also have a consulting agency, and we help companies with technology and entertainment, but it's all based around ministry.
Hello, everybody. I'm Rodney Lewis. And currently I own my own photography business, and I give great credit to my pastors for that. I think it was Pastor T was preaching a series about speaking your things into existence. And we went through that whole little series for a long time, for a couple of months. And I remember this one specific Sunday, he had us come to the altar, and he said, and whatever you want God to do in your life, speak it into existence. And we were some crazy churching fools over in that chapel over there. And so we all came up to the front, and one of the things that I said is, I wanted to own my own photography business. I wanted to do photography. And at that time, I didn't do no photography, had no camera, no anything. And I went up there and that's what I spoke. And the very next week, I got a call to do a job. And I went and started that job, and I'm almost 200 weddings deep. And I got a strong, thriving business. And so because of speaking my impossibles into existence is what it was. Learning how to do that and believing it and then doing the work after it showed up. That's what I currently do as my personal profession. And then my other passion that I learned and developed here also was the artistry or the love of worship. I already was a worshiper before I came in 1999, but I learned to really get it here, and they provided such an awesome platform for me. And it was an awesome experience. And in my bio, they said that worship has saved my life, and it really has saved my life. Things I thought I couldn't get over, couldn't get through, couldn't work out, couldn't figure out. I learned it through worship, just standing in one spot and lifting my hands and crying it out and just working through that thing. So I am so appreciative of my pastors, Pastor T, Pastor E, for allowing me the opportunity to do worship, and you know how I do it. We gonna go all the way. Yep. And you know what? They never allowed, they never tried to stop anything that I did in the areas of worship. So I'm appreciative to you. Thank you so much.
First of all, I just want to interject. First of all, thank God for the business owners, but I just don't have something happy for Reverend Rock.
What you say? It's one, Charlie Brown.
I'm especially happy for Reverend Rodney, because Lord knows that he tore up so much carpet over there. And I don't know what he's talking about. I don't think you ever stood in one place. Everyone shouted so much up and down those aisleways. I think you guys should send him a bill or something. And Donnell, they should send you one too. But that's all right. God owed you that. You deserve that. You made that happen. Amen.
Can't hear you.
We don't hear you.
Give him Sean's mic.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
It's great to be home. Where am I now? I'm in Stockton, California. Just pray there. Just start right there. But as my cousin was mentioning here, just piggybacking on him, there were so many teachings here that I can say too. Even though I was older than Pastor T and Pastor E, I grew up. I grew up here under their leadership. I learned a lot. I was working with the IRS before I became, started working here full-time ministry. And I was like, my God, I didn't even get this much gray hair in the IRS. I learned so much in working in the church. They provided so many opportunities and skills that I thought I wouldn't use, but I've gone back to tell them too. First of all, I go back and tell them, I'm sorry I didn't get it, but now I understand. I understand being the pastor is hard when you have to lead sheep and goats. But people, I started looking for professions that didn't deal with people, couldn't find many. I actually started getting mad at the song, I Need
Can I take your plate now?
You.
Am I standing in front of you? I came and stood right in front of your camera. I'm sorry.
Leave my plate
But I knew that
alone.
God had much work for me, and I couldn't find myself any other place but what I'm doing now is senior pastoring in Stockton at Destiny Christian Center. And I'm also the director or visionary leader is the title for the SUM Bible College and Theological Seminary. And so we train and raise indigenous leaders, meaning those that come out of the city, out of the streets, those who people had given up on, basically to provide them with accredited education, but also to hit the streets and go out there and spread the love of Jesus Christ and heal our city. And so there's many things that I'm involved in. Board president of Faith in the Valley organization helps to start for bringing groups together. That pastor actually gave me that also too, that need to go and get connected to social justice when I was here. And it's just been a blessing. I mean, and I'm still connected to many of the XGN youth and everything now. We're like spiritual grandparents to so many to the kids, and then they let the skills, you know. I thought when I came here, I said, well, I guess it's over for all those dreams as far as ministries. And Pastor T knew me in college. So I told him, I said, you really love to believe in me because you saw me when I was at my best in other things. And so when I accepted my calling, Pastor T had told me, Dad told us you were going to come. And they were patient waiting because I know I was taking a while. And Caesar Davis, who was my roommate, was quit playing. Just come on and do what you've been called to do. So life began here. I met my beautiful wife. We were married. Pastor T told me you better seal the deal and make it happen. And so life began from here. So many wonderful opportunities that are flowing in now because of Millionaire Mindset. There's a miracle in your mouth. There's so many things. I mean, the giants do fall. You know, the prophetic word from Pastor E, where he breathed life into situations, and that prophecies came true in my life. And Mom Porter and Dad Porter. Mom Porter, who at Pastor E's graduation, said, "You're next." And so I followed them as far as education. I'm in the master's program now, going to the doctorate program. And I take that to a much, I should say, deeper level from Mom, is that when she spoke, "You're next," and I've watched my brothers and everything like that. I've done it educationally-wise, but even in the miracles that have happened in their lives, I'm still expecting to be next.
Yeah.
Amen. I am Lester McQuillan Jr. And I had the opportunity to be, and that's my calling, Dr. Robert Porter. And I'm just proud of my pastors because they allowed us to use our spiritual gifts and grow here under them. And that's just a blessing in itself. I'm currently in the security industry. I keep playing with my kids. I tell them I'm out being a superhero and fighting crime. So that's what I do.
But you are from South Sacramento,
man.
I'm sure.
Yeah, so that's what I do professionally. And I just thank God for the pastors that we have and that they allowed us to grow under them and to be who we were and not to hold us back down. And I thank God for that.
Hezekiah, what are you doing?
Praise the Lord, everybody.
Praise the Lord.
Wow.
Sister Bates' son.
What can I say? It's just a little emotional because I actually grew up with the Porter brothers, and they just really a part of my family and my heart. I just appreciate the fact that they display so much love. You know, it really hits home for them to look at you and say, and call off your gifting. You know, and one thing they kept instilling to me, oh, you have a ministry gift of helps. You know, you here to help people. And I believe that geared me, you know, to help me be in my profession now, as far as being a director and overseeing a couple of departments at the hospital, to where I'm able to, you know, help others in that aspect. But I'm just thankful. Just thankful for the opportunity and thankful for the gifts that he's blessing me with them because of the foundation that I've received from both Pastor T and E.
Dr. King!
All right, all
Man,
right.
it's so good to see. Can we just give Dr. King one more round of applause? This is a blessed moment. Gotta stand up on that one.
That's my son-in-law to say that. I'm happy to be here today to congratulate my pastors, amen. And they're still my pastors, amen. Even though my membership is not here at this moment.
They're still my pastors too.
All right. I grew up in the overseeing with Dr. Robert Porter. I came to sit under him 6 months after they organized this church. And I was under Dr. Robert Porter for 10 years. then these young men, Ellington and Takori, 7 years. And ministry has been wonderful in this church. It has taught me a lot. I have been places that I never would have went. Amen. I remember when Pastor T and Pastor E first became pastors. Amen. They organized a trip to Dallas. Amen. When we went to the Potter's house. Amen. That was something that I would have never have experienced if I had not have been part of this church. I remember going to Hawaii, amen, with you guys, amen. You guys are traveling men, and I love that, and I respect that. I respect who you are because, amen, God has anointed you to do a work, amen, that nobody else could have done. And a lot of people, they frowned on two pastors pastoring at the same time. They frowned on it, they talked about you, they ridiculed you, but God knows what's best. God knows how to orchestrate ministry and to do what he does, amen. And so I thank God, amen, when I look at all these young men, I was the OG of the bunch, amen. Still are. Amen, amen. We even took a picture of all of us, amen, and I got it in my little study, amen, all of us on the pictures, amen. And so God has been good, amen, amen. What I'm doing in career, I retired from the state of California, state controller's office last year, September, so it's been a year since I've been retired. In June, I went back to work as an in-home care worker, and I have an autistic gentleman, 31 years old, that I'm taking care of from 2 to 10, Monday through Fridays, and he is a joy. He is a joy. He's a character, amen. His birthday is 2 days before mine, and so we got a lot of similarities. And number one is we
no lie about that. No lie about that.
And I'm also currently enrolled in Barber College. I'll be taking my exam. On the 31st, so y'all pray for me to get my license, amen. And hopefully, I'll open up a shop next year. Amen.
Go on then. All right.
Pastor Porter Brothers, they are the ones, amen, who recognize prayer in me. And they need the prayer minister here. And don't you know, I've been praying ever since. And I thank God that you guys recognize that in me. Amen. To put me over that prayer ministry. Matter of fact, a few weeks ago, I even called Mother Bradley again, and we prayed. We were on the prayer line for 10 years straight. I mean, every day. Maria can witness, amen. Mother Barnes, amen. We were all praying, amen, for this ministry, and I still pray, amen, for this church and you, because you God's people.
Amen.
You God's anointed men. Amen.
Let's hear from you. First, give honor to God, who is head of my life, and I do thank the Lord for being here. I want to stand up and get a little nervous. So I do thank God for being saved. I have the Holy Ghost. I thank God for the Porter Brothers. They taught me how to be a man of God, how to see. I'm not a prophet with somebody to make money. When I was younger, I had dreams and visions. I used to raise my hand maybe in the church, and because I didn't know how to prophesy. No one's ever told me that I was a prophet until I met them. And it's funny, I've been part of the Church of God in Christ, my throne, shame the money. I've been part of Word of Faith churches, and you would think sometimes being part of the Pentecostal churches, who came from Bishop Mason, who came from the Azusa movement, who came from the charismatic movement, who embraced the fivefold when everybody else said it was not so. They were recognized. But it was two preachers who came out of a missionary Baptist church.
Come on.
That back then they said we the believers are Acts 1 and 8, 238 and 2 and 4. But it was those two men that told me, it was Pastor T. He said, you're a prophet.
Yeah.
And as he began to speak, my life began to change. So when I moved to Chicago, and I got around the people who I thought had the Holy Ghost, and God began to use me, I was ostracized and pushed away a lot. But I was talked about. And the pastor got mad because God would use me more than he would use him. And I would and he got offended and come against me. But I remember what I was told by my fathers.
Come on.
And when you have a father and you're not a bastard, it don't bother you, Nate, when people don't believe in you. Because I know what my daddy told me.
That's right.
I got a word from my father, so I know who I am. So it don't matter what y'all say I'm not.
All right.
When I was broke and I was struggling, I had no money, I had no food. I would call Bo and sit in my apartment, and I had nothing there. I just lost everything. And I would sit there, woman of God, and I would walk out. I remember what they said about me.
Yeah.
And so when the Lord began to rise me up again, I went from Burger King from making no money to making over $60,000. I went from being on the low to, and God began to change my money. I remember what the men of God spoke. When the millionaire, Caesar, started calling me and said, you my son. And when people of massive influence, I work with wealth management, people's money, start to listen to me. I said, how can this be? Because I heard a word. When I got a job offer, I get to negotiate my pay. And I told them that's not enough. I said, I want some more money. Call me back. And they called me back and said, we want you. When people start running after me. And so when the pastor said, not so, God said, I'm going to raise your income to 10,000 more. And when the pastor got mad about that, I left that church and God raised it up about another 15,000. So when I come back home, I don't boast and brag. I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I remember what they told me. The nights that I cried because my life, Reverend King, I thought I was grown. But when I moved to Chicago, I experienced life. And then God began to perfect those things concerning me. And I had to learn how to stand on what I knew.
Yeah.
I said, wait, my pastors don't talk like that. My pastors don't teach that. My pastors don't believe it. When I saw so much foolishness in ministry, I was at a church that was very famous. And I was with famous gospel singers. I left all that foolishness alone. I said, because ain't nothing to it. Ain't nothing. Most of that stuff ain't nothing to it. And most of those folks ain't saved. Most of them ain't saved. I was at a Premier church. Everybody came through there. Most of my friends sing with Eugene. I said, you know what? Ain't nothing to this. Lights, camera, action, all that barking. And when you get to do all of that, what's next? You know what? My pastors taught me better. And I was on the floor. Ricky Dillon was on the fire. He was directing us, and I rolled on the floor. They said, the Lord used you. I said, the Lord spoke to me. He said, get from among this. And I went back to what I knew. I went back to character. I became a businessman. So I thank God for them.
Amen.
I was running out of the wrong thing. But y'all taught me. I taught me how to be a man.
Yeah.
And when I got to Chicago, there's a lot of pastors, but there's not many fathers.
Yeah.
We got a lot of people who got churches, and most of these pastors are not fathers. They don't know how to mentor a man or how to be a man. That's why you got so many. That's why you got all these churches, these off. I call them off-brand. Everybody calls themselves the pastor. Ain't much to that either. I thank God. I thank God for y'all. I thank God for y'all. That's taught me how to stand. Even when I had an offer to pastor, I said, that's not it. I'm not going to do it. I thank God y'all taught me. This is real.
Yeah.
They taught me how to go through life. Reverend King, they taught me how to pray. They taught me how to be a man. I thank God that I was taught how to be a man. There's so many men that don't know how to be a man. That's why our blacks are lost. They don't know how to be a man. They never had a father. And that's why I can go to any church and sit over any pastor. And I left them. I said, you're not going to treat me like that.
Come on.
My father taught me better than this. They called me arrogant. I said, no, don't call me arrogant. This is called pastor too. That's fine, but I'm not broke.
Yeah. All right, amen.
I got more money than you. And I know how to live. And I thank God for y'all. I thank God for that, y'all. I thank God for Pastor T.
Yeah.
People call it arrogance is confidence.
That's right.
And there's not many white folks do it. The white folks do it all the time.
Yeah, they do.
You taught me how to think like a proper white man. That's why I can run with them and think on the same level. I'm the only black man to be in my region. I'm the top salesman at a 55. The only one against white folks who were making some multi-billionaires. And I was killing them in sales because Pastor T taught me